Did I need more art supplies? No. Did I get more art supplies? Abso-freaking-lutely. If you've been following me on my other social media like Facebook and Instagram, then you likely have seen the photos where me and the girls went out painting recently. Me, Lindsay Wyrick, Angela Clark, and Karen Clark. We like to get together and do some plein air painting. Well, this time we also mixed a little bit of shopping in there. Lindsay's sister owns this little craft shop. It's like in the basement of their hardware store at Lakeview Lumber in China, Maine. And it's been there since probably the 90s, I think she said, but it hasn't been open full time, especially over the past 10 years. Things get kind of crazy with small business, you know that. But her sister was gracious enough to open the doors for us so that we could go in and shop around. And it was like an art shop frozen in time. It was so cool. There were so many supplies that they don't even make anymore. My like little thrifting loving heart or like scavenger heart had so much fun. We spent a few hours in there. It feels like, I don't know how long it was, but boy, did we have a good time. And we had also gone out to lunch that day, and we also went and sat in the park and painted by the water. It was beautiful. It was the most perfect day. And so I thought it would be fun to show you some of the supplies that I got from there. And I also recently did some shopping on Blick. You all know that I'm a Derwent girl, and Derwent has been having really good deals on Blick lately. And I've been wanting to do a restock of some of my most used art supplies from there. And they had such good deals that I ended up getting some sets of things. Like I was expecting to just get a few things like open stock or something like that. But when I saw that things were like nearly half off, I got some sets of my Derwent stuff as backup. So I'm going to show you that as well. This was kind of an unplanned art haul video because I normally only do my haul videos around the time of Christmas or my birthday when I get gift cards and gifts from loved ones. But I have gotten a few things that I hadn't shown you yet. And so I thought I'd show them to you before I start using them in videos. So let's just get down to it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the stuff that I got from Briennes Store, which is Lindsay's sister. And as I mentioned before, she's not necessarily open full time, but she does have times that she will open up the shop for people if they want to go. I'm going to put the details of that in the description below with the hours that are good to go, the address, and the details that you need. So that way there, if you are ever in China, Maine, and you want to do a little bit of art supply shopping and support a small business and find some treasures that you may not be able to find anywhere anymore, you will have those details, because I do believe they are eventually going to liquidate their stock and sell it out and close the shop. So this stuff may not be available long term in general. So I will put the details of where to go, how to get there, and what time to go, as well as the phone number in the description below. But anyways, that was very long-winded. Let's see if we can pull this stuff out of this bag. So let's take a look at these goodies. I did not get a ton. I controlled myself a little bit. The first thing that I'm going to show you is this gloss medium by Liquitex. I use this quite a lot as a varnish. I like to use this when I am customizing things, like when I varnished my box that I customized in the Secret Santa artist collab, things like that. So I've used this quite a bit. I also like to use it to varnish any acrylic pourings that I've done. It works great for that, and it's also a great medium. So it's just their gloss medium and varnish. And then I also got this Excel. I've actually been looking for one of these things, and it was actually Angela that pointed it out to me. I've been looking for like a retractable precision knife like this, and this is an Excel one. It's like a little pen that's a blade. Look at this. I love this old packaging. I can't handle it. Look at that little blade. That's going to be awesome for trying to get precise lines. I don't know what I'll do if I need to replace the blade, because I honestly don't know if they make this anymore, but I will look into it. And then it has a button here to get it to retract. Pretty cool. That'll be good for getting precise cuts. And then I have some of the Graphitone water-soluble pencils by Derwent. These are water-soluble graphite, and the whole thing is graphite. I have some of these already, and I love them. And I've been wanting to restock on some of my Derwent stuff because mine are a little bit broken, and I have been looking at getting a new set of these. So I was really excited that they had these in stock. So that's just the 4 set. It's got the 2B, 4B, 6B, and 8B. And then along the lines of Derwent, I also got their tinted charcoal. I have been looking into this line for a while and just never pulled the trigger. And so when I saw this set there, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And this is a 6 set. It has their burnt orange, lavender, ocean deep, forest pine, peat, and natural. So I'm really excited to try these out. And they're supposed to be like this nice colored charcoal. If they're as beautiful as their tinted graphite, then I'm sure I'm going to love them, because I love their Graphitint line. Is one of my favorite pencils by Derwent. And that's why I've been wanting to try these. So if you'd like to see a video about these, let me know. Okay, so this might seem random to you guys because I don't do a lot of stamping on the channel, but I do like to have stamps, and I like to make cards sometimes and do fun little things like decorate the matting to different prints and stuff like that. And so when I saw this one that was chicken and grapes, I'm like, I have to get it. Look how cute that is. I am a crazy chicken mom, if you don't know. I'm sure you probably do because you've often heard my roosters and chickens in the background of my videos. I'm sure you will today as well. But the funny thing is we have a garden out back, and we have some grapes that grow in our garden. And our garden is right up against our chicken coop. So our backyard literally has chickens and grapes in it. So I had to get it. Like, this was made for me. Then I got this berry maker applicator. This was one of those, this looks neat. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to buy it. I think it's made so that you can make like some dot art, like small, medium, large, and extra large. And it's, you know, just a paint applicator so that you can make things like grapes and berries, and it's supposed to help with that. And it shows you applying it here. I feel like this is probably more for like the craft kind of painting, but whatever, I can use it, right? Like, even if I'm doing realism, I can apply paint with a fun applicator. I don't have to just use brushes. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of neat. I don't know. Okay, so this might be one of the things that I am most excited about from this whole trip. And that is, again, another Derwent product. And I'm not sponsored by Derwent. I just want to put that out there. I talk about them a lot on my channel, and I have worked with them in the past, but that was a long time ago. They've got no stake in this game. I'm just somebody who I buy a lot of their stuff. But anyway, it's just, this happens to be a Derwent heavy video, but I also use a lot of supplies from a lot of other companies. Anyway, look at this. This is a set of the Derwent Aquatone. They are 24 woodless watercolor sticks. They don't make these anymore. And I got a 12 set of them. I have no idea about Lightfast ratings. I'll have to look it up online. I don't really know. But I think that these are going to be a lot of fun for plein air. I was thinking about taking some of my Derwent ink tents and trying to choose, because I don't have a 12 set of ink tents anymore. It's all just incorporated with the rest. And then I'm like, I really don't want to have to think about the colors I'm going to have to choose. I'd rather just have a set that I can just grab and go, and it's already pre-made for me. And then what I have for colors is what I have. And then I came across these. And Lindsay likes these a lot. She was saying that when we were in the shop. So I was really excited to see that they still had a 12 set left. And they had some open stock ones left as well, but I didn't notice any colors that weren't already in this set. But I also didn't look that hard because I'm really just excited about having the set. But yeah. These look like they're going to be really neat. I think that these might predate Derwent ink tents, but don't quote me on that. Look at this old school branding. Oh, I love it. I love seeing like old branding. But yeah, this is the thing that I'm like most excited about, because you know, I love me some Derwent products. And this is one that I don't recall ever trying. Maybe I tried it when I was younger before they were discontinued, but I don't recall ever trying these. So I can't wait to try them. If you would like to see me do a video on them, let me know. Again, it's not something that's readily available anymore. I don't know if they're, you might be able to find them on eBay or something, but this is why it's really cool to shop local and to shop small businesses, because you don't know when you'll find a diamond in the rough, or even, you know, thrifting and things like that, because you don't know when you'll find something unique and different that is not readily available anymore. But these are still brand new in their packaging, just waiting to be used. And so it's going to be great to put them to good use and to show them some love. And so I'm really excited about it. I do want to try them out, and I think I probably will do a video on them. But yeah, this is like one of my favorite finds of the day. Now, speaking of old branding, my flabbers were gasted when I came across these pastel boards. Y'all know I love me some Ampersand products. I've been using Ampersand for a very long time. I love their encaustic board and their gesso board and their aqua board and their pastel board. And I came across these and I'm like, pastel board? It didn't even say Ampersand on the front. Look at this old school branding. Like, I've been using Ampersand for a really long time, like at least since 2011, I think, and I don't ever recall this branding. So this is pretty cool. And then on the back it says Ampersand. So I got a couple different colors in a couple different sizes. I got their sandy kind of color and their green. Layer, blend, wash, great with acrylics. That's the thing about the Ampersand panels. And again, I'm not sponsored by them, though I have worked with them in the past and we do have a pretty good relationship. But they have panels that are advertised for specific things, you know, like the pastel board, but all their panels can be used for different media. So this says pastel board, but you can use it with acrylics. You can use it with other media as well. And all their panels are extremely versatile, and so I always keep some on hand, but to have some with this old school branding is just amazing. So I got these two colors in the 8x10, and then I got 3 of the 11x14s, one of each of these colors. So I've got that nice dark gray color. I love that color a lot. And then they're green and they're like sand color. And look at this, in between, you got this old school, and the prices were really good, honestly. You got this old school branding, but then in between, you have their newer branding. So I thought that was kind of funny too. But yeah, I was just floored when I saw this. I'm like, I love me some Ampersand products, but I don't recall that branding. So these have been kicking it for a while. And then the other surface that I got that I use a lot on this channel is the Me Tints, however you say it. However you say it is fine. Don't come at me in the comments. I don't want to hear about it. It's not how you say it. It's how you use it. And I use this paper all the time. And honestly, this is my favorite pad of theirs with the assorted colors, because these are the colors that I use the most. I love their white, which is great. Obviously, like, the whole thing behind this is that it's a tinted paper, but I love the paper as a paper in and of itself. So it's nice to have the white sometimes. It's got the blue, this darker gray, this kind of heathery, almost pinky gray, and like a darker orange, and their yellow. I use that yellow a lot. They have different colors and different assorted pads. This is the pad that I go to all the time anyway, so I was really excited to see it there. And it's a 12x16, so I can cut it down to other sizes. I had asked if she had any displays that were good for markers or any marker containers, and she didn't, but she did have some displays that she was going to be getting rid of that she used to use in the store. And of course, they're liquidating everything. These were in the back, so I do need to clean them up, but she did give me these displays. And the girls also went home with some good displays that they're going to put in their studios. There was a beautiful Copic marker display that I almost took, but I'm like, I don't even have the height in my studio for that. Like, I have no surface to put it on, and I didn't, you know, but I did grab these because I think that I'll be able to use them somewhere in the studio. And if I can't, then my husband will be able to use them for storage in the garage. I just thought that it was good to have on hand. You can never have enough storage for your studio. So I was really thankful for that. Okay, so that's what I got when we went out with the girls. And we had gotten some Chinese food, and it was great. It was a fantastic day. It was just what I needed to feed my soul. So let's move on to some things that I've gotten from other places. One of these is something that the company sent me. I will be doing a review on this eventually, but I did want to show you. I think this is going to be great for plain air and for even if I want to go down in my own backyard and I need to have some water and stuff like that. This is the all-in-one modular. I can't read sideways apparently today. Holy smokes. All-in-one modular art box. And I have actually had my eyes on this for a long time. It was on my wish list for a while. And it's still a fairly new product for the past few years. I think they had started it with like a Kickstarter or something. But it's a really cool, unique kind of art box. It has different layers in it where you have these like stay wet palettes. So you have some palette paper. And there's places for mixing and places for storage and places for water. Like, look at all the layers here. This is the Ultra set. So I am really excited to do a video about this. I'm not going to be paid for the video. I got the free product, but it will be 100% my own opinion. I always make that clear. In fact, they don't even necessarily expect a video out of me, which I thought was pretty cool. But again, I've had my eyes on it for a very long time. I've been very picky about what I'm accepting for free supplies. Lately, especially, it has to be something that I've already kind of had interest in or something new and different. And so when I saw that this is what they were offering when they reached out, I was like, yeah, I've been wanting that anyway, so let's just do it. But yeah, so if you want to see a video on that, let me know because, well, it's going to probably happen either way. Okay, so something else that I got recently that is not technically an art supply, but I'm going to be using it as one, is this really fun heart shape pie plate. It's a heart-shaped pie plate. I work at a local hospital and our gift shop is going to be closing soon. There's all kinds of budget bullshit going on in the healthcare field. But anyway, I digress. And it's funny because I had just said to my husband, I want to go to Rennie's soon because I need a new big mug for tea because one of my favorite mugs broke a while back and I needed a replacement. And I wanted to find some sort of ceramic fun dish that I can use as a mixing palette for watercolors. And I wanted it to be a neutral color. And Rennie's, which I don't know if you're not from Maine, you may not know Rennie's, but Rennie's is a Maine adventure. It's a Maine store where you can find all kinds of random stuff, and they usually have a lot of reasonable prices, and especially in dishware, they have reasonable prices. So I was thinking we would go there, and then my gift shop at work started closing, and they started having sales, and when I saw this, I'm like, oh my God, that is so cute, but it wasn't on sale yet. It was like $24.99. I'm like, I can't do that. And they also had a round one. They had a bunch from the same company. This is the, what is this? Demdaco company. So they had a lot of fun stuff from this company there when I went. I think it was like the end of last week. But anyways, it was not on sale yet. And then actually, I feel like it was like within a day it had gone on sale. So I'd gone back and some of the stuff had been cleaned out and the round one was gone. And I thought this one was gone too, but they had moved it from the shelf that it was on to where the round one had been. And I was so excited to see that it was $11.99. I'm like, I'm getting it. Like, I was like giddy in line to pay for it. I mean, I'm not so giddy about them closing because I'm really upset about that. But this is exactly the type of thing I was looking for. It's gray. It's not white. I would have liked it to be white, but it's still a nice neutral color, which is going to be perfect for mixing. I wanted something that could sit on my desk while I'm painting and have a large mixing area for watercolors. And I think this is going to be perfect for that. And I wanted it to have some sort of fun theme to it. And I love me some hearts. And I love that it says made with love. I know that they're talking about pie, but my artwork is also made with love. So I just think it's perfect. So that's kind of a fun outlier. Okay, so let's take a look at the few things that I got from Blick. As I mentioned, Blick recently had a huge sale on Derwent stuff. I don't know if it's still on sale, but a lot of their stuff was like 50% off the list price. And I have been wanting to restock a bunch of my Derwent stuff to have on hand anyways, because I use their stuff all the time. And I had been putting stuff in my cart for a couple months actually. And that's how I kind of shop from Blick anyways. I put stuff in my cart and I wait it out and I try to, I hem and haw and I take things out and I put it back in, whatever. I was going through all that, and then I saw that the prices had dropped significantly, which made me change my mind about how I was going to shop. And yeah, so then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to get some sets because I've not seen these prices on these pencils in years. And I don't know that I will again. So I'm like, you know what? I know I'm going to use these pencils, so I'm just going to get it. But I did get a few things open stock first, so I'll show you that first. They had sold out of their 24 set of the Derwent drawing pencils, which I probably would have snagged one of those too if they had it. But I recently, like one of my last art hauls, I had gotten the 24 set as a restock. So I already have a brand new set. But I love me some drawing pencils. So I just got some of my favorite colors open stock. Because I go through the Chinese white like no one's business. Like, let me tell you what, this is my most used colored pencil, or pencil just in general. I use it in every single colored pencil piece I do. So I always stock up on those, especially when the deals are good. So I got 3 of the Chinese white. I also got 2 of the ivory black. I don't know where my chocolate went, but I also got 1 of the chocolate and then 1 of the Mars Violet. It's like this really cool gray purple color that I use a ton. And I love their ink blue, so I got 1 of the ink blue as well. So that was my little restock on my Derwent drawing pencils. And then, because the sets were having such a great deal, I picked up some of my favorite sets as well. I got the 24 set of the Derwent Graphite. This is their Tinted Graphite, and I'm telling you, I've tried other Tinted Graphite. I love the look of Tinted Graphite. I don't feel like any other company does Tinted Graphite the way Derwent does, and so I'm like, I'm gonna stock up on some of that. And you know, part of this as well is, I don't want to get political at all, but we know that tariffs have been bandied about recently here in the US, and these come from the UK. And so I was like, I'm going to get these while the prices are great because we don't know what's going to happen with tariffs. None of us know what's going to happen. And so I just wanted to make sure that I was able to get some of my favorite art supplies. I have some other supplies from other countries that I'm thinking about doing something similar with, but some of those are things that I'm more stocked up on already. So I had to kind of try and prioritize how I wanted to spend my money. But because this stuff was on sale so much, I just went with it. And then the next set that I got was the 72 set of Derwent Lightfast. This was a heck of a deal. And I almost went with the 100 set of this, but the deal at the time wasn't as great as the deal on this one was. And this is what I started with anyway, so I'm so used to using these colors. And the thing that I love about getting a full set of this is that I will be able to use every color in here. I'm not going to have to weed out the less Lightfast ones because they're all Lightfast. And so that's one reason why I did go back and forth on getting the 72 or the 100. But honestly, the 72 will be enough. And at the time, the 72 set was amazing. And then I feel like the 100 set was like 80 something more or something like that. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this because I had other things that I also wanted to buy. So I got the 72 set of that. I also got the 72 set of the Derwent Inktense pencils. This is probably what my most used pencil from the Derwent line, as you all know. And I think I bought a few of those open stock as well, but I initially wasn't going to do an art haul video until then I went out shopping with the girls and I decided it would probably be fun to do an art haul video. So I had already put them in with my other colors, and I think I did the same thing with the Derwent Lightfast, honestly. To supplement the colors that I may have wanted from the 100 set, I just bought a few open stock. So they're already in my pencil drawers mixed in. But it was like nearly $100 difference between the 72 set and the 100 set at the time when I bought these. And these were nearly like half off the list. These were, I think, half off the list price. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get the 72 set. And then I just supplemented with the colors that I'm like, I definitely want those, because I will be taking out the ones that once I get into this set, because when I get lower on the colors that I'm using, I will start pulling from this set is essentially what I plan to do. I will pull out the ones that aren't as light fast, but I think I'm going to set them aside for sketchbook use and plain air use, because again, I mentioned it earlier when I showed the Aquatone from Derwent that I got from the shop. I'd like to have some on hand to use for plain air painting. And so for my plain air stuff and my sketchbook use, I will still keep the other colors. And I got a few of the other colors to supplement as far as like in between these and the 100 set. So yeah, that was my Derwent restock. And I just couldn't pass up the deals. I don't know when things will be this cheap again, so I wanted to stock up on my most used items. I will try to link everything that I can in the description below, and I will also link the information for Bry-Ann's shop so that you can go there if you want to support a main business. You'll have to call or ask for Bry-Ann so she can open it for you. And I'll list all that information if you want to support a small main business and find some treasures that you may not be able to find anywhere else at this point. And yeah, stay tuned to see me use these goodies. Thank you so much for watching, folks. I hope that you enjoyed this. I am so excited about, these different little supplies that you can't necessarily get everywhere. And how rad is it to see Ampersand's old branding on things? I don't know. I just thought it was so cool. Yeah, I'm really happy with my purchases, and I can't wait to use them all on the channel. If there's something you'd like to see, just let me know. And yeah, I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.